Hello my magic crafters, it is me, Mermaid Phantom, Traverse City, Michigan's professional mermaid, also known as the Magic Crafter. Today I'm going to be giving you a list of 8 different things that you absolutely must have if you want to be a professional mermaid. Now, I'm not going to be talking about tails in this video. If you are going to be a professional mermaid, usually a silicone tail is best, and I'm pretty sure most of you know this by this point, because if you are working at an event and you have a fabric tail and a kid has the same tail as you, that's just really not a good thing, and that just throws the magic right out the window. So silicone tails are best, as I'm sure you know. I have a video right over here that will tell you all about the different places you can find silicone mermaid tails if you need help finding one. I'll also link that in the description below too. So we aren't going to be talking about tails, but we're going to be talking about 8 different things that you will need as a professional mermaid. Everything will be linked in the description box below, so you can do your shopping down there to get everything you need if you're missing an item on this list. We will start with the thing that I do not have with me because I didn't want to lug it into the woods. You need a trolley or a cart of some sort. And this is to haul your stuff around and also to haul you around as a mermaid, because it's really hard to get around when you are a mermaid, and you already should have a mer tender or a mer wrangler or a mermaid handler or whatever you want to call it. You should have someone there to help you, of course. That's kind of common knowledge. Having a trolley or a cart will make their life so much easier, and it'll make your life easier too. So get them. They're a little pricey, but you need one because it is so helpful. It's helped us so many times. Another thing you will need if you want to be a professional mermaid is hand towels! Lots and lots of hand towels! These are great for drying off your tail inside and out. I also use them to help me get my tail on. I use it as a grip because what I use to get my tail on can be slippery, and this prevents my fingernails from scratching up my tail, and it also gives me a grip so I can pull my tail up a little easier, and so my fingers aren't just going slide, 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 slide everywhere. They are also great for getting water off the floor when you inevitably get water on the floor. So stock up on hand towels and dish towels. I'll link a ton in the description below for you. I'll make sure to include some cute ones if I can find them. To go along with what I just talked about, the third thing you really do need is a fan. I didn't bring my fan because when I was in Singapore I accidentally fried it, and I still need to go get another fan, but a small fan that can go inside of your tail is perfect. You can get wireless ones these days. I just don't like wireless things. They never seem to work for me, so I tend to opt for the ones with cords. I will link one with a cord down below because I think they're more reliable. A fan will be useful for drying out your tail. I have a whole thing on drying your tail up here. Please note that when I filmed that video I did not roll my tail down to dry it out. I do roll down my tail now to dry it out. It makes life so much easier. But a fan is good for drying out your tail so you don't get any mold in your tail. It is also great for drying out all of your accessories and anything that you inevitably get wet when you are a mermaid. The fourth thing that you will need if you are a professional mermaid or plan to become one is eye care supplies. I use Refresh liquid gel. I have an entire video giving you all of my eye care tips and tricks for mermaids. You can see that right over here. I'll also link it in the description below, but it is essential that you take care of your eyes and of course the rest of your body too, but because we do open our eyes underwater a lot, you do get a lot of redness, you do get a lot of irritation, blurry vision. You need to make sure that you're taking good care of your eyes. If I had to recommend any one product, I would say use Refresh liquid gel. They are not sponsoring this. I will link this product or something similar down below, but this stuff is a step up from saline. Always rinse your eyes with saline too if you can, but this stuff really just helps relieve the pain. The fifth thing that all professional mermaids need is lube of some sort. Now previously in a different video I recommended coconut oil. I do not use coconut oil anymore to put my tail on because I have heard that it isn't the best for the silicone. So what I use is Beauty and Planet. It is a conditioner. This one is coconut milk and white jasmine. I just mix this with a little bit of water. I do a ratio of maybe 1 to 4, so like 1 part conditioner, 4 parts water. I think that's how it goes. And when I can, I do like to use Astroglide water-based lube. That stuff has gone up in price though, so I've been going with conditioner and reserving the lube for just very special events where I need to get my tail on very quickly. But you can find both products in the description. The Astroglide lube is honestly the best thing to use for your tail, but it is expensive, like I said. You can buy it in bulk. If you want to get a ton of it on Amazon, that's great, but this stuff is a great alternative too. This stuff is as natural as they come for the most part and is safe for your tail. Make sure you always have enough lube in case you have a surprise event or get the urge to take your tail out for a swim, because you'll be a very sad mermaid if you're all out of lube and you want to go for a swim. I've lost count of what number we're at, but I'm just gonna keep going. The next thing you need, if you're going to be a mermaid of any sort, professional or not, but mostly for professionals, especially if you have a silicone tail, is some scuba socks. I used to use longer ones, but they just weren't the easiest to use when getting into my silicone tail because I'd use extra lube to get into it. So I use these ones that just cover my ankle. They have a grip on the bottom, which I actually really like. It doesn't damage my tail, but it does help keep my feet in the monofin a little bit better. And it also gives me more grip when I'm getting out of my tail in the lake and I'm like sliding around because I have awkward human legs. So get a good pair of scuba socks. These ones are by Seavenger. Again, this will be linked in the description. I actually bought this off of Amazon and it's one of my favorite things that I bought, this pair of socks. They're a lot cheaper on Amazon than they are in the store. I'll tell you that. Next we have something that is often overlooked and I actually need to order more of, is heel straps. If you are a professional mermaid and if your silicone mermaid tail does have heel straps, make sure you have an extra pair on hand always. Because if you have an event scheduled and your heel straps break, then you're gonna have some issues keeping your tail on. It's not gonna be pretty. So if you have a silicone mermaid tail that has a monofin in it and the monofin uses heel straps, make sure you buy a replacement heel strap. This one is by FINIS. I have some hair ties jamming mine shut so that the adjustment I set does not move. But even if your heel strap does not break, over time they will start to stretch. So you can adjust your heel straps to the tightest adjustment. And if your heel straps are really worn out, they will be so loose on you that your feet won't actually stay in your monofin, so you will need to replace them if they snap or if they get too worn and stretch too much. So always have an extra pair on hand. Very good idea to keep these in stock at all times. The last thing we have, and probably one of the most important things that every professional mermaid needs to have if you have a silicone mermaid tail, is SIL-POXY glue. I have numerous videos on how to repair your silicone mermaid tail and to make certain repairs, and a lot of them require, actually all of them, require SIL-POXY glue. You can see the playlist on how to fix your silicone mermaid tail in the description. I also have some stuff on repairing paint scrapes, but this stuff you need. I use it, I would say, every month during the heavy event season, which is summer here in Traverse City. So just have this on hand, because if something happens to your tail, you are going to need to make repairs. You need to maintain your tail and take good care of it because it is your business partner. So be responsible and take care of your silicone mermaid tail and get yourself some SIL-POXY. They are not sponsoring this video, but that stuff is great. That's everything you need. All of my necessities. If I was trapped on an island with my mermaid tail and needed to take good care of it and work as a professional mermaid on an island by myself, that's what I would take with me to that island. So those are the 8 items that you must have if you are a professional mermaid or if you hope to become one. I will link all the videos that I talked about in the description, along with all of the products as well. I hope you have a very magical day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video next Friday. See you then.